Yeah, what's up, guys? So the Kenyan Seeker back again with yet another enthralling episode. And this time round, we are seated here in the kitchen cooking. And it's not food, just some nice content, something about the Kenyan car market. Both of us here are car enthusiasts. Francis.
And I'm Brian.
Yeah, I'm here with Brian, a fellow enthusiast, and we just want to have a laid-back chat of how we see the industry as it is, what we like most, what we've seen in the recent past, and just basically chill, hang around, and see where the conversation will lead us. Hope you enjoy, and make sure to like and subscribe. So, let's go.
And Franco, please tell guys to subscribe to our sister channel, Kenya Questa.
Yeah. Make sure to help our boy here reach 1,000. Of course, Kenyan Questa. We'll put it down here.
Yeah,
so
support
you can see
Manze.
it. Yeah. So before we get to the meat of the event, in fact, we are just recording this right after Baba has lost in the AU.
Definitely.
Are you any surprised?
Yeah, but no, there wasn't a surprise because it was obvious.
Yeah.
It's,
What do you mean it was obvious?
but there's a friend of mine whom I started telling these things like 4 months ago about these laws. Even our director knows about it. Yeah, director Wisi.
It's funny you should say that, but okay. A part of me, the patriotic nature. Okay, seriously though, I was kind of rooting for him in the sense that the guy has been, he's fought for Kenya, he's really wanted to win something.
Yeah, you know, Raila is not a new couple in the town. Yeah, in terms of politics, the guy has really tried. And
Yes.
I think his masterpiece is in Kenyan politics, not the African politics.
But
So,
what would be the story though? You remember when they used to say Nani Odinga was the doyen of opposition politics? Do you think he deserves that
it's
mantle?
the same spirit that Raila has. Yeah, you know, he performs best in the opposition in Kenya.
But to be honest, the last 2 terms, I wouldn't call it opposition. We've literally had one-sided government where everyone is in there.
Yeah, actually. So that's the place where Raila goes wrong at a point. Yeah.
There are people who really fought alongside him to get like what he stood for forward, like in the sense that winning the government and putting some of those ODM philosophy. Yeah.
At least there was a sharing of cake after a while.
So should he go home or
Yeah,
should
definitely.
he continue with the Kenyan politics?
Definitely,
just has to go
in my
home and
mind. But me, in my mind, I think he should continue. But more so in the opposition side. If Raila is stronger in the opposition.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
In fact, he can just be on the background pulling strings for the next person who will
That's
take over.
what he
that
deserves.
money.
The best, actually.
For sure. But now we didn't come here to talk about politics.
Yeah. By the way, that's bygone. Guys, Franco, tell these guys to subscribe to our sister channel, Kenya Questa.
Yeah, you heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, we are almost knocking over 100 subscribers. Guys, watch, subscribe, and share. Yes.
Yeah. So, now, what do you think? What do you see in the Kenyan market today?
By the way, the Kenyan market car is dynamically changing over time. Like nowadays, if you see, that story of the car ahead of you is Toyota is no longer juice.
Why do you think that though? Is it because people are getting better taste, or rather are being more adventurous in terms of exploring?
Technological advancement. Like you see the likes of Mazda and Honda, They have come with a lot of technology. Although even Toyota was more focused on reliability, of which that one is still a go. But if you even the Honda, and the Mazdas, actually they have copied the reliability of the Toyota at least, and they have blended it with some technological advancement.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like now it's funny when you say for example, which class? Let's talk about, say, saloon cars, for instance. If I'm looking for a four-door car to do maybe point A to B, the kind of arrangement, I'm no longer just looking at, say, an Axio or a Premio. I'm now starting to think of an Atenza if I can afford it. I'm starting to think of maybe the Subaru G4, which essentially is Toyota, but basically there's a wider need to choose from.
Yes. And the taste of Kenyans, the taste of Africans has really changed. You see people looking for not even only reliability. Some people are looking for design, that looker. Some people are looking for fuel economy, and if the counterparts can offer that in a more better way, why don't you go for the other ones?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of looker, what would you say is the car that you think looks the best currently?
Currently, I think the Mazda Kudo design language is the best for me in the JDM in the JDM market. Yeah. I think Mazda still picks my box.
I agree. I totally agree. Which one in particular? The Atenza, Axela?
In the design language, Mazda use only one design language, which is code. So almost that blend of design is almost in every model. Not even almost, in every model of Mazda, the design language is code. So most definitely all Mazdas look nice for me. Even the smaller ones, they can do like the Demio, the Atenza.
That's a good take. I
Even
totally agree.
if I was supposed to go for a look, and I want to compare even Axela with the Mark X, when I'm looking for a look, I would most definitely go for Axela.
There I would disagree.
Why?
But of course I'm biased because I own a
because
Mark X.
you own a Mark X. That's why I know you are most definitely biased about it.
No, but look at it this way. If I were to get
remember, Franco, this one, we were looking only on one circumstance where we were only looking for design.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to line up arguments.
But I know you're about to come with the reliability, the performance, and what. But even in the performance, I think still Axela, at least has a blend of Actually, Axela is a performer.
A V6, does the Nini have a V6? Probably not.
No, it doesn't have. But the power rating, at least they have done something. Mark X having that V6, that now that's a bigger displacement. Which means consumption of fuel is a factor there. You won't compare how if they were having the same displacement. Actually, Axela will have lower fuel consumption than the Mark X.
In the looks I agree, but in every other thing,
even me, Mark X is more versatile.
For sure.
That's true. So in terms of versatility, reliability, where Mark X can take you, Axela is a slay queen. In language,
I like that. That's true. So I'd say the looks, that's okay. But also, when I'm talking about an Atenza, for example, it's very easy now to compare it to something like I'm saying this very carefully, an E-Class, in terms of like what you get for what you pay. Yeah, because if I'm to get an E-Class right now, I'm looking at around 4 or 5 million for, say, a 6-year-old one. But for the same amount, if I were to get a fully loaded Mazda Atenza,
Yes.
probably a 3 or 4-year one, it would be slightly cheaper than that,
Than the,
and
yeah,
I'll get
true.
very good luxury
Yeah,
features
yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. Actually, you get almost what Nini will offer you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, I'd say Mazda is doing such a good job. In fact, I'd say it's a German killer,
Yeah.
if you are to put it that way.
I think where Honda get it right as well is reliability. But in terms of the build quality and even versatility, I think Honda still take it. In terms of versatility, reliability, I think it's a bit more than Mazda. Yeah.
What exact
regarding
Honda model?
this CVT that someone saying that's a problem.
CVT is mostly characterized by Nissans most. But Mazdas do have a problem when you come to diesel variants of Mazdas. But the petrol ones, there is no big problem with them. Yeah, except for the diesel ones. Yeah. But the diesel ones, even you can correct them by doing DPM delete. Yeah. Well,
But
that's
I've
where
seen
the
people
problem-
buy them lately. You'd
Yeah,
be shocked.
diesel is a performer. Yeah. You can't compare diesel driven with the petrol driven.
Yeah, that's for sure.
The kind of torque you get in a diesel, you can't get the same torque in the petrol variants.
For sure, that's true. There's a time I was driving from Ruiru to town,
Yeah.
and there's this Demio, a diesel Demio.
Yeah.
Do you know it kept up
That
with me?
1500 cc diesel,
Yes. Yeah, it kept up with me the entire journey.
That one even.
What the CC of your car?
It's 2500. Yeah.
You know the Demio you're talking about, the diesel one,
Yeah.
can hit the Honda CRV. Yeah, and remember CRV has a displacement of 2000 cc, 2400 cc. Yeah, and the Demio is just 1500 cc, but with the diesel variant, it can smoke CRV ile mbaya sana.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing is that if you tell that to the target market of a Honda CRV,
Yeah.
they'll probably don't care.
You know,
Who's gonna be buying
CRV has a good resale value.
Yeah.
That's which is attributed by the reliability part of it. And it's a very basic car and easy to maintain. You know.
Yeah.
So I think most people go with that aspect of reliability. Yeah. But you know, the taste of Kenyans and Africans are nowadays different. You don't just think about reliability, but they think of a blend of all of them.
Which I actually like.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because, you see, for example, if we say that we all buy Toyotas, it means even mechanics won't be incentivized to get parts for other cars.
Actually.
But if someone is buying a Peugeot here, another one is buying an Atenza here,
Yes.
then suddenly the need is bringing better parts, cheaper parts locally.
And even that Toyota is even overrated. Yeah? Like, most Toyotas are overrated.
What makes you say that?
See, because of reliability. I think Toyota still boasts that spirit of reliability.
But let's look at that
they
thing
brag for.
keenly. Do you think Toyotas are reliable as they say?
Yeah, most Toyotas are reliable.
I think I disagree.
In fact, the only Toyota I've ever disagreed with its reliability is a Vensis. But apart from that, most Toyotas are very reliable. Very, very reliable.
I think I still disagree in the sense that
Why?
people assume, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right, Toyota is not as reliable as people say it is, but the parts are readily available.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's what give it the same reliability, because you will be able to maintain it easily.
But
The
what if
availability of the spare parts.
Yeah, but don't you think that availability of spare parts is also part of the reliability?
Yes, it
no?
contributes
Let
to that.
hear me out. If I have a Mercedes, for example, let's say we both have 4 million shillings,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
I buy a Mercedes. You buy what Toyota is worth 4 million.
Let me say, but the RAV4 is way above that. The RAV4 is around 5 point something million at the moment.
Let's say you get a used one for 3.5. So
Let's even
I
compare the Toyota Prado G150.
yes.
Yeah.
So let's assume Toyota is very reliable, right? As people say. But my argument is, you go to the mechanic 4 times a year, and with my Mercedes, I go just once. Yes, the one time that I'll go, it will be slightly more expensive than what you'd spend, but then you'll have 4 instances where you have had to go to the mechanic. Well, I only did it once. So if you look at it that way, which one is more reliable? Regardless of whether there are spare parts or not, mine just doesn't break down the whole year. Yours breaks down 4 times.
Mine breaks down 4 times. And yours breaks down once
yes.
in a year.
Yeah.
But that's a biased comparison.
It's still the same thing. It's preference, I would
probably,
say.
yours will break down once, but you will spend a lot to fix the so you wanted us not to consider the factor of availability of spare parts.
Well, today, there are cars that, for example, they have spare parts.
Yeah.
If we are saying, say, for example, a fast car, you'd go for, say, Premium.
Yeah.
I'll go for a Mercedes C180.
Yes.
C180 has spare parts just like a Toyota does.
Yeah,
they're all over the place.
True, yeah.
I'll go maybe Mark X, for instance. You'll go Axela. The past 3 years, people have bought so many Axelas, spare parts are everywhere. So I'm starting to think this reliability thing of Toyotas, because of availability of spare parts,
no longer talk.
It's no longer that big of an idea.
It's true. Yeah, due to that competition of Hondas and the
Toyota
Toyotas.
is hardy as well.
Yeah, that versatility.
Yes, probably.
Because with Toyota you can hit a pothole and still go home. Maybe with the Mercedes you can hit a pothole, that's the end of the road.
You know, Frank, I want to challenge you on one thing. You know, this Toyota Corolla NZD.
Yeah.
You know, like the owners, their owners only goes for oil change. Only.
Yeah.
Even in a span of over 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair argument.
So you see? So even me, I'm planning to own a one NZD in next coming years. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw a certain video
so
of that
I have peace of
NZD.
mind,
That NZD was going at a speed of like 180, I think. Because the guy who was recording the video, he showed his odometer and he was at around 180, 185. And he couldn't keep up with the old Corolla. So I'm like, this is a car that's almost 20 years old.
NZD
and it's still going
very,
those
very
speeds.
reliable.
So is the Corolla the one that was being called Olwenda?
No. NZD is a hatchback. Yeah. But
So-
Olwenda used to be a station wagon.
So in terms of speed, Corolla still beat the car you're talking about.
Yeah, but I think
But you know
that
that
guy
one
did
is-
something to it. Maybe he had like a V6 in it or something. I wouldn't be shocked. Not to say that those cars are bad, but there's no way it does 180 that easily.
What I know, NZD is just very reliable.
That's for sure.
And
And
most
it's something you can fix yourself.
yeah, with the displacement of 1500 cc, that car is really rough. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, they say siku hizi ukitembea it's just you, because there are cars that goes for as low as even 200. Do you think this is true?
Yeah, there is. Yes.
Could you tell us like some very affordable cars that are good? A car that you'll buy it and use it.
Like me, if I give you an option,
Yeah.
I will go like, but this one won't be below 200, but let's put around 500
Okay.
to
Yeah.
600,000.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
And it's a car that will give you almost, it will tick the box of reliability. It will tick the box of peace of mind. Because once you have the reliability, obviously you will have peace of mind. It's a car that is capable and will take you from point A to point B. You know. So this car is that Toyota 1NZE. Yeah.
Agreed.
Actually,
nice
that car will give you peace of mind. Yeah.
How easy is it to get it in good shape today?
Yeah, most of them are in good shape. That car, those cars were hardy, and they were not meant to shed away easily. So most of them, if you get a owner who knows how to handle car, who loves car, you will definitely find it in a good shape.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just check on the engine and maybe the mileage. Yeah. And you're just good to go.
Yeah, so that's one. Which other one would you say someone can go for around the same budget, up to 500?
I think another one is the Nissan, Nissan Tiid. Yeah, most definitely. I've seen it more often, still existing in the market. Yeah.
If you don't, that is if you don't hate how it looks.
Yeah, and if you do away with the issue of the CVT, yeah. In fact, the older Nissans and the CVT were not problematic as the ones of nowadays. Yeah, even if you compare the CVT that was used in the Nissan to T30, the X-Trail to T30, and the X-Trail T32, you will find that the one in the X-Trail T30 is not as problematic as the one in T32.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some good insights.
Yeah.
Okay. So that we are under 500. So we have the Corolla, we have the Tida.
But if someone want to get an SUV, most definitely you will go for the Nissan, the T30. The T30 I've said. Yeah.
They don't overheat. I've heard people say
No. The CVT that were used there is not that such problematic as this one. But you can go away with the CVT problem by doing the PM delete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well. And you just live with the car peacefully. But you know, it will give you the aspect of space, being that it is an SUV. Yeah, and if you can get one with in a all-wheel drive configuration, then the better.
For sure.
Yeah. I know the fuel consumption in them is not that pretty good as the newer ones. Yeah. But you know, with the lower budget, you have
you
to
can't be
adjust
choosy.
on. You don't be choosy a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, those are some solid picks. Would you say there's no German at that point that I can get for below 500?
I think the Mercedes W2.
Probably either 123 or 124. But
Yeah.
124s are in demand now,
actually.
so they might go for up to
But
900.
Yeah, 900 and below you can get. Yeah.
But if only. Because they are nice
I
cars.
would advise guys not to go for BMWs because the
not.
BMWs, they have a problem with the electronic functions of them.
Yeah.
So you will most definitely get more problem. So I think the Mercedes is better. And even
nice. So I think now we can move to the bracket between 500 to $1 million. Because I don't... or are there any other options that are left below 500?
I think
Premium
the
nyoka.
point... premium nyoka, you can get. Actually, those
You can, below
yeah,
500?
even 300.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even 300, 400. And those car, the good thing with it, in fact, the premium nyoka, there is no difference between the premium nyoka and the one NZD, which I was talking about in terms of reliability and hardiness.
Okay.
Those are just the same.
Do you think they share parts?
Maybe the difference will only come in terms of displacement, engine displacement, whereby the premium nyoka might have maybe the 1.8 cc of displacement. Yeah, but you know, when you go for the higher displacement, the higher the power as well. Mostly for the older, but in the newer ones, sometimes power are blended in lower CCs. Like the BMWs, that's why the reliability with the BMW is not that quite good.
Yeah. And even the Golf Type R,
Yes,
or even
yes,
just the Golf.
Actually.
Yeah, I've seen people really complain because you have so much power coming out from a 2-liter engine.
Yes.
It's bound
True.
to fail at some point.
And that's true. Yeah. Another one might be maybe if you adjust the budget to from 700, you can get a Fielder. The premium, I think from around 550, 600 there. Yeah. You can get a 204, 205 model of premium. Yeah, that will serve you better.
Yeah. And also say Mark X, you can get the 209 one and below for
but
around
me, I
550.
definitely have a problem with the Mark X. More so the older versions.
Yeah.
The shape.
Yeah, people said it's a bit
badly.
ugly, and the fact that the hood is a bit elongated.
I think where they started improving is from 2012. Those
I
ones
could agree.
look,
I agree.
Well, those ones doesn't lose shape as the older ones. Yeah.
But if you're just, I mean, if you have 500, I don't think looks is that big of a problem for you.
You know, with the lower budget, you should not be so choosy, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but you know, as well, you must stand out.
Then go see 180. W124, that's a good car. And manual too.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy it.
True.
Yeah.
You know, the good thing with manuals, like you enjoy to drive. Yeah. Me, in fact, I love manuals than the automatic ones.
Interesting. I'm still learning to drive manual like properly.
You do something that even your kid copy. Your kid will go. But this one, the kid is just there. What he thinks, the computer is controlling you.
Yeah. He'll get bored and fall asleep.
I in my own argument, I think guys driving the manual are even more focused on the road than the counterparts of.
That's probably true.
Auto ones.
That's true, because you have to be aware of
it. You are more engaged.
Imagine balancing, say, in traffic or at a steep incline. Yeah, you have to be really, you have to have mastered the art.
Yeah.
And it's quite engaging too, so you won't drift off in thoughts.
Actually.
I see.
600 to 1,000.
Yeah, so we've kind of touched around 600. As we go higher towards 1,000, are there any other recommendations?
You know, between 600
or a million, sorry.
Or between 600 to a million, you have more variety, a lot of them.
The option just starts opening up a bit. So what are some of
there you have so many options.
Yeah,
you can get a Fielder. You can get Premium. You can get Mark X. But I think the Crown is a bit expensive. I don't think if you can get a Crown that's below a million.
A poorly kept one you can probably.
Maybe.
1.1.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't think if a good one can go below a million.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And if it does, I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, most definitely. Because that one, the owner, they wanna mess with it. Yeah,
For
but
sure.
the premium is there, Fielder is there. Even the in the SUV you can get a CRV, the 209 model kurudi chini. And
Which are actually the best ones in terms of reliability.
you know Honda is always reliable.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with Honda.
Yeah.
Honda, it ticks all the box. You most definitely will have X-Trail T31. Yeah, but not that much reliable because of the CVT in it. And another one. There's this car, the Mazda Xela. The one
The
with
old
the
one.
the one with the smiley face.
I usually just say the ugly one.
Yeah.
It's true, I mean.
Yeah. So
it's not as good looking as the
that
rest.
one you can get with a budget of 700,000. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
But
actually a good
watu
one.
watu wa Mirima most definitely will prefer the Fielder.
Yeah. It's a nice car, by the. You remember the last Safari Rally we went with the Fielder?
Oh, yeah.
And the things it could do?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. It kept up with Prados and
Yes.
yeah. It's a good car. I don't blame anyone who. It's just that people would think that it's probably a woman driving.
Yeah, true.
But
And
Most likely it's a car for business, right?
for sure.
Yeah, it's
You carry your
Cabbage.
watermelon cabbages.
even the Waru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think another car that may cross the maybe Harrier. Yeah, you can get a Harrier with less than 1 million. Yeah.
You can?
Yeah, you can. Harrier you
Interesting.
Harrier you can get a Harrier.
Ah.
Mostly the 204 models.
Okay.
So those ones you might consider. Although it's very thirsty.
It has to be.
What are RAV4?
RAV4 is very expensive.
They are very expensive.
RAV4 is very, very expensive. Even the Vanguard, you can't put it there. You know, the Vanguard was discontinued, so it's no longer in the production. So the available ones in the market is very, very expensive.
Yeah. Escudo?
Escudo, yeah, you will get.
Yeah, but a pretty old one.
Yeah, but the bad thing I fear with Suzuki is the thirstiness and the laziness. It's very lazy at the same time.
That's a very bad combination.
It's thirsty at the same time and it's very lazy.
It should pick and struggle.
Yeah.
You'd rather be thirsty but fast.
And you perform, yeah?
But thirsty and lazy,
And
not a good.
time. So it has a two combination which I don't like. Yeah, that's why it wasn't in my list. But for you, maybe for someone who loves Suzuki.
Yeah, but then again, where are you gonna get a 4x4 for that price?
Yeah, you can get a 4x4. You talked of one, that Suzuki Escudo.
No, like, if not Escudo, what else are you gonna get for that price? So despite being thirsty and lazy, I think
it doesn't match your preference.
No, I'd go for it actually. I would.
Okay.
Either that or the Pajero.
Yeah, by the way, in terms of capability, it's a very capable car in terms of the four-wheel drive. Yeah, but now the urban drive, where you want to save fuel, the fuel economy aspects of it. Yeah, actually.
I'd get it mostly for off-road. And I'm sure I won't leave it as
You
stock.
won't go wrong with the Suzuki Escudo. Yeah.
How about the 3-door or the 2-door Pajero? Was it? What model was that?
Yeah, but you know, the problem with the Mitsubishi as well, they use the CVT. Yeah. The Pajeros, the Mitsubishi uses CVT. So it might not be that much reliable, but you know, these people were the CVTs or the older CVTs, they are not that problematic as the ones or the ones in the newer ones, in the newer models. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
So you might probably live with it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've seen
it
some
won't.
very old ones to show that it's something that's
Yeah, they are still in the
can be
market.
bulletproof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they are very hardy and capable. That's why they still exist. And as well, you remember I've said the older CVTs are not
quite
like
okay.
these ones. Yeah.
I know you probably don't want to talk about the Germans, but I think if you get an E40,
Yes.
you can get it for around 800,
Yeah,
900.
true. Yeah. it is.
But would you recommend it though?
Yeah.
How nini
You
is
know, like they are German enthusiasts, and most definitely these people know how to live with them.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone will prefer the JDM counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so if your taste is in the German,
And your pocket is just
you can still prefer to be with it.
yeah. It's also something to consider.
Yeah,
I've seen people buy it, just that it's not without its problems.
Yeah, and by the way, if you are talking about off-road, you had the option of the X-Trail there. Although the all-wheel drive in the X-Trail is not that capable as you would compare the one maybe in the Vanguard. Yeah, but it will take you to some places as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, very good insights from Brian.
Yeah, actually, even if you can get the Honda CRV,
Yeah.
although the all-wheel drive system in the Honda CRV is not that capable, but at least you won't be stuck in the mud somewhere.
Yeah, so I think those are very good options for someone who just wants to get in there.
Yeah.
Something though that I'd also like to ask or talk about is, for someone who's never like bought a car, would you recommend these cars? Because I know if you buy a car for say below 800k, there's something you have to do.
Yeah, true.
People will say most of them are buy and drive, but I still think there's something you have to do. It's going to break to break down at some point.
Yeah, you know, for first-time buyers, there are so many factors that maybe you consider. So, like, if someone was considering maybe his focus is only on reliability, maybe let's talk of reliability and maybe fuel economy. Yeah, that one for me, I'll still prefer the NZD. Yeah, for a first-time car buyer. Actually, it will make more sense because you will have reliability. It's a car that will always take you from point A to point B. Because for first-time car buyers, maybe on a low budget, I would prefer that.
Yeah.
But maybe if you have your budget is high, then you can just pick your preference.
But you also have to know like where you'll fix it when it's broken. You have to have like a number of someone you can call when you're stranded somewhere.
Yeah, but the good thing I like with the Toyota, like
no, like I'm saying, once you choose something else that's not
not
as reliable
as the one NZD, the NZD, yani. Yeah. So like maybe you can have your own expert as well, your own mechanic. Yeah.
For a rainy day.
Like you know Nissan uko na high possibility ya kulala msituni.
Exactly. So and he'll be there telling people, I bought a car for 500k.
Yeah. Actually, there's a car, the Subaru.
Yeah.
We never
Which
talk
one
about
exactly?
Subaru, like the Forester,
SG9
yeah,
or 5.
SG9.
Yeah. I think for both you can get below a million.
Actually, yeah. Subaru, actually, if you want a performer and at least of maybe you don't like. Let me see. What do you think about Subaru?
I think it's great. The only problem I have with it is getting one that's clean, especially an SG5 or an SG9.
But for me,
probably going to be
Subarus are
difficult.
hardy. Most probably you will get one that's well kept. You know, Subaru lovers, they know how to kutunza hizo magari zao.
That's one way of looking at it. I also think they'll do a bit of modifications here and there. It
Me,
would
the only bad
probably
thing
be
I
loud.
don't like about Subaru is the spare parts. Like, you know, the spare part, like the steering rack of a Subaru.
Yeah.
That thing,
Crazy.
that thing costs hell.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
will. You will have to dig deeper into your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
but if you want fun, if you want to have fun in the road,
yeah.
you want to have
Swag.
like you know they are using nini Audi uses Quattro,
Yeah.
Subaru symmetrical. They are all-wheel drive. The symmetrical all-wheel drive in Subaru is very capable.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard
So
that,
you will boast off-road capability. You will boast uniqueness, and you will boast performance.
And you'll
You know?
steal other people's women.
Yeah. So watu wa Naivasha.
Yeah, if you don't mind all the modifications that will have been done,
But
kuwekewa hadi gypsum.
In fact, the good thing with
It's
the
a good- you
Subaru
need
is
to-
that modification.
Yeah.
It gives you room to modify it more. Like you can
for sure.
tune it the way you want. Yeah. You know, there are cars that doesn't accept that, like the BMWs. You can't like the BMW is non-tolerance to modification.
Although I've seen a
It's
certain
not
guy.
tolerant to modification, much modification because of the electronic part of it. Yeah.
There's a certain guy who's tuned that I think it's an M4.
Yeah.
In fact, it could be the fastest BMW here. Not even it's the fastest car in Kenya, I would assume, because
Alright.
it did like 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
A quarter mile. Yeah.
Alright. And is it new?
No, it's insanely tuned. He's even deleted the rear seats. He's done insane things to that car. Yeah. So I would assume, of course, he yanked off all the electronics because they would probably give
So
him
if you're
issues.
buying a car,
Yeah.
would you prefer buying it in a loan or would you prefer buying it cash? Because some people say that buying it in a loan, the seller or rather the dealer knows the problem, so he'll give you a better car as compared to cash.
But you know, the dealer won't know how you got the money, whether it was loan or... But, okay.
100 and then the rest will be paid in installments.
Yeah.
So which is better? Because there are people who say that buying it in higher purchase mode is better than buying it cash.
You know, director, here is the chances are either you might opt to buy it on higher purchase and you win as well, and you might opt to buy it on cash and you win as well, because you may buy on cash and you get a good car. And I think that's a layman's perspective of viewing, like, yeah.
Because there's a guy who told me the reason why maybe some people, like Antivirus told me the reason why he wants to buy a car in that mode of like higher purchase is that the dealer will give him the car that the dealer knows is good.
It's in good
Could be
conditions,
true.
so that
Could
it
be
work
true.
for you, so that you may
So as you drive it,
you pay the
car.
yeah.
But
it can
I've
be
also
true.
had cases where there's a bit of privacy issue for me. Like, let's say most people, if they are selling it in that kind of way, to some degree, some put trackers on the car and just to make sure you don't disappear. Yeah, that is done even with
In
banks.
fact, all of them.
Yeah, but then again, I think the middle ground would be the higher purchase, because assume you have 1 million shillings, right? You are a young man, so the answer could be varied for different demographics.
Yeah.
If you're just a young man, it's your first car, you have 1 million shillings.
And you want to buy a new car.
Yeah, go buy land else and wait for it to... Okay, that's a bad take. But basically what I'm trying to say is, personally, I'd say a car that's worth below 1 million shillings, if you have cash, buy it cash.
Yeah.
Yes.
True.
For cars that are above 1M, consider paying up to 3/4 the price, then you can clear the rest in installments. Yeah. But I wouldn't say go get a CX5 for 3.5 million in loan as your first car. You'll struggle.
But that opinion is subjective, because
It's very subjective for sure.
Because it depends with the income of the
But
one who
generally
wants to
speaking,
buy the
if
car.
we are speaking like an accountant, for example, where you have to make a choice, regardless of what your nini is.
No, but you see this one,
Yeah.
it's not that you lack the money or something.
You have the money.
You have the money.
Oh.
If you have,
You get what you need to what comes.
The only thing you want the car to be genuine.
If this car, everything is fine. The engine.
but you can never know, especially if it's a used car.
You
can never know.
That
And
one
the fact that
depends
it's
with
on
the
hire
first
purchase,
user.
it doesn't. Buying it on hire purchase or cash won't determine
that
whether
one
that's
mostly
the case.
depends on the first user, the person who used the car while it was in Europe.
Yeah, because dealers, especially here in Kenya, they want to move cars. They want to sell as many units as possible. So whatever gets that car out of the yard, that's what they need. If it's hire purchase, they'll sell it to the first person who walks in. Yeah.
The only thing I would not advise is going through the microfinance.
Yeah, those ones are terrible.
Because of the high interest and whatsoever. Hiyo gari yako, the probability ya gari yako kuchotwa ni mingi sana.
Yeah.
Either ikishindikana sana, you maybe opt for the higher purchase. I think that one is better. Yeah.
In which case you've paid like a greater chunk of that amount.
Either you go for a SACCO, you go for a bank, or the higher purchase. But anything else, maybe the microfinance, no.
But if we were to speak like an accountant, I'd say just don't take loans for cars. unless, because think about it this way. If I have 1 million shillings, I'm in business. Say, for example, I'm selling computer parts where I have to buy in bulk with my capital, sell them, take the profit, return the capital back to the business. Do you think I'll put that million in that business, or I'll buy a car in cash? I'd rather I say, okay, let me circulate this money in this business, and the profit I put as installments for the car. If it's that lucrative of a business. And that would also be in an ideal case. But then again, life is not ideal. So again, it's subjective.
Yeah, true. That point is very subjective as well.
Yeah.